Warframe posted 4 minutes ago. What is the Warframe Fortuna release date? Here are all the new features you can expect to see from the open-world Venus update. Tennocon 2018 had a number of surprises for fans of the Space Ninja MMO, one of which is the new Fortuna open-world Venus update. Developing on many of the features established by last year's Plains of Eidolon expansion, Fortuna opens up a massive new area for players to explore on the surface of Venus, which promises to open up new avenues for every type of player, from lore seekers to fashion framers. Fortuna adds animal hunting, hoverboarding, gigantic spider boss battles, and a number of new vendors to Warframe. You will also be able to learn about a new Warframe culture, a body-augmented society of slaves called the Solaris. After more great games that won't cost you any money, here is a list of the best free Steam games. We were at Tennocon 2018 where we got to see Warframe Fortuna in action and speak to members of the development team. Here are all the latest details about the upcoming Venus expansion. Warframe Fortuna release date anticipation will be running particularly high for this second open-world update, so it's fortunate that Warframe fans will not have to wait too long before exploring Venus. The Warframe Fortuna release date is currently fall 2018. This was revealed by creative director Steve Sinclair at Tennocon 2018. Warframe Fortuna Hub. Like in the Plains of Eidolon update, the open-world area of Venus will feature a main trading and social hub. This market areas is heavily inspired by Blade Runner with its monolithic elevator and buildings, not to mention plenty of neon lighting. There are canals of liquid coolant running across the settlement, which are being cleaned and refined by the inhabitants. Dotted around the central canal you will find a number of key merchants and NPCs, selling everything from make-your-own MOA pets and kit guns, to fishing supplies and tranq rifles. Spend some time around the hub and you'll also learn plenty about the culture of augmented people who toil away in service of the Corpus. Warframe Fortuna K-Drive Hoverboard. Out in the snowy tundra that is open-world Venus, you'll be able to use a new vehicle, the Bondi K-Drive Hoverboard. This vehicle was added in response to community feedback about archwings in the Plains of Eidolon. They let you get about quickly, but as their grounded players will still get a proper sense of scope and scale when exploring. This being Warframe, you'll be able to customize your K-Drive with different skins and possibly even models. You can also perform tricks on the K-Drive, not to mention use rocks as ramps in order to gain height or a speed advantage. We are hoping to see K-Drive races in the future. Unfortunately, you will not be able to fire your weapons from the hoverboard, although it is being considered. However, there will be some melee attacks that incorporate the new Warframe vehicle. Warframe Fortuna story. The Tennocon reveal for Warframe Fortuna gave us an early look at some of the characters and conflicts going on in this new Warframe open world. For starters, there are two factions in Fortuna, the Corpus, who are the big bad meanies running things, and Solaris United, a rebel faction working to liberate the people of Fortuna from Corpus debt slavery. The leader of the Corpus colony is Nef Anyo, who you may remember from previous quests, while Yutiko heads up the Solaris United. So, why are the two groups at odds? The people of Fortuna, the Solaris, are laborers who have been enslaved by the Corpus through mounting debts. They work tirelessly to keep, refine and purify the coolant that keeps Venus habitable, while the Corpus profit from their labor. The Solaris Untitled want to take back the planet and ensure nobody else succumbs to debt slavery. Your role in all of this, naturally, is to use the power of the Tenno to aid the Solaris people. Warframe Fortuna hunting. One of the key new features in Fortuna is animal hunting, or conservation rather, as you'll only be tranquilizing animals in order to save them from the Corpus and save the species. To save each species, you will need a specific lure and a tranq rifle, both of which you can buy from the business in Fortuna's hub area. When it comes to hunting in Warframe Fortuna, you'll first have to find some droppings, which you will be able to analyze for clues that you can use to track the animal further. Next up, you'll need to find some footprints and follow them. Further clues like flattened or chewed plants will tip you off further. When you start to get very close, you will hear a mating call that is unique to each species. This is where you use your lure to mimic the call of the animal you're hunting. This takes the form of a minigame where you have to use your mouse to copy the pitch of the mating call. Do that successfully and all that's left to do is hide, shoot the endangered animal with a tranquilizer dart, tag it, and wait for a drone to come and whisk the little cutie away to safety. Warframe Fortuna Spider's Plains of Eidolon introduced behemoth creatures for the player to tackle as endgame bosses, so it's only fitting that Fortuna takes things up a level with gigantic mecha spiders that you can see creeping across the horizon at any point. These bosses are summoned when you kill too many of their babies. Warframe Strongholds. Another new feature debuting in Warframe Fortuna is Strongholds. These are corpus bases dotted around the orb Valis, which is the surface area of the open-world Venus update, which you can liberate. All you have to do is kill any corpus in the area and the stronghold is yours, but rather than having to return to the market area to turn in the quest, a Solaris Untitled agent will appear at the stronghold to grant you your reward and offer a new quest. No more backtracking. Strongholds will reset between sessions, but they don't take much effort to capture, so that shouldn't be an issue.